morning.
Good morning.
I feel like it's way about your... There. Is that better?
Yes, yeah. You can see my shoulders.
I hate to have your shoulders cut out, Dr. Mary. They're so nice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm frazzled.
You are.
I am. I've been up for hours. I'm super plasticky looking. I start teaching tonight. I haven't taught in 11 years. And for some reason, that seemed like a good idea when I got asked to do it last November.
It's going to be great, Jenna.
It'll be fine, but dang, I hate thinking about it. It's a lot to think about. So, you had your first day of school.
I did.
How did it go?
I made some new friends.
You're having a play date later this
We
week?
are. No, it went well.
Socially distanced play date?
It went well. It was nice to see, the two classes I taught yesterday were for the freshmen.
Yep.
It's called first year experience, so it's a good class. So.
Did they seem terrified? How could you tell? You could only see this much of them.
They did.
But look at when I do that.
They did. They did look a little scared, but
well,
it's a tough time.
In a regular year, it's a scary time to be a freshman.
They missed most of their senior year of high school. They probably didn't do a lot over the summer, and now they're in college. And yes, they're having. MSUM have done a great job to try and have the freshmen have as safe as possible a first year experience of university as possible. So, but it is scary.
I'm thinking about all the moms and dads who sent their kids off hoping they're making the right decision. Boy, no easy answers to this one. So
if you are the mother and father or guardian of a freshman, I did inform my class that it would be a great idea to phone you to just say they're fine. Yeah.
It's not easy, for sure. All right. We are on the 11th. Promise. Oh, Dr. Mary.
Okay, there you go.
It's too much.
Yes.
11.
That was awful.
11. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. All right. Hit me with your brilliance.
It's a state of mind. That's really what that is. I can give you a couple of examples. I've talked about this in AA. My men-only group on a Saturday morning, which you think, oh, how's that work? It's brilliant. There is so much honesty in that room, and they're not your typical guy. They're men. And we all talk about, DIY projects. When you were drinking, you were asked to do something, you just couldn't do it. And when something didn't go according to plan, you just got frustrated. When I got sober, I was about sober a year, the light in our pantry broke. Just a pull switch, and it broke in a way where you had to go and spend that inordinate $5 on a cheap plastic replacement. But one of the wires shot back into the ceiling, and I just looked at it, got off the shelf in the pantry, made myself a cup of tea, and dealt with it. And if I had still been drinking, I could not have done that.
Oh my gosh, no, you would have been miserable to even get into the pantry. I would have had to bully and goad you somehow. And then if it had gone poorly, which projects in this house are never 5 minutes, it's always an hour, for whatever reason, you would have lost your mind.
Yeah, but I didn't. And I just said, I can fix this, and I did.
Yes.
That's what that promise is about for me. There are any walk of life, anything you do, you can find it. Another example of a colleague of mine from AA. He used to service his own car, but he said to me, I didn't have it in me just to change the oil because it was too frustrating to me. And he admitted to me that was taking my time away from me sitting down having a drink.
Wow, really?
Yeah. There was some.
Is that what frustrated you?
I think so.
Ugh.
Because I had a system, and I thought if I kept to that system, I'd get through the day and I'd be functional, which does not make any sense whatsoever. But that's how you think, and it's not. One of the great things about talking in AA is all these things that infuriated Dana.
So many things.
Everybody did them. It's a symptom of this disease. and it's frustration. Just you knew you used to be able to do something and now you can't because you can't concentrate. You're thinking of other things. But when you're sober, all that goes away.
Sometimes I hear you talk, and I wonder.
Where on earth are my accents from?
I wonder if I would have dealt with you better or differently, or just been less frustrated for myself if I'd known what your rationale was. I mean, it sounds preposterous now, but we all have systems in place. We all have routines and habits and things that we don't like to get disrupted.
Yeah.
If I'm reading and you come and disrupt me for what I perceive as no reason, it irritates me. So if I had known that part of why it was so hard to engage with you was that you had some elaborate system in place to get through your day, I don't know that I would have dealt with you better, but it might have helped me at least have an inkling of why you were just a lump. I mean, I couldn't get you to do anything. I could barely get you to come up to eat dinner, much less do anything.
When one of the symptoms of an addiction is you get into that zone, for want of a better phrase. Again, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or an addiction counsellor, but
But let's not forget our friend Betsy once told someone you were a plant psychiatrist because she couldn't remember what you did.
But you get into that zone where it's comfortable. You feel comfortable. You feel safe because you're alienated with yourself, and you think you feel put upon, but you don't realise that you've alienated everyone around you. And you feel safe in that kind of bubble. When someone asks you to move out of that bubble, well, for me, I can only speak for myself. I was scared. If I had to doing something, people think, well, they'll work out something's wrong with me if I move and try and do something. I just want to stay here. It was frightening.
Well, it feels like what you're saying is your pre-alcoholic insecurities were hyper-magnified once you really started drinking, and you thought you were managing them by drinking to calm down, to feel more comfortable, when in actuality the drinking caused more discomfort, more insecurity, more problems with the people around you. I mean, what's so sad is everything you thought you were doing to make it better was only making it worse.
That's where the frustration comes in. And it's not just for the addict, it's frustration for the significant other, because you can't do anything. And it must have been frustrating. There's no other, I mean, yes, it was, we've talked about it, but it's a shame if you're still you haven't taken any first steps or haven't even thought about it. It's a shame what this is doing to the people around you, because you will feel so bad. But that's oddly good, because feeling that bad means that you can do something about it, which means that you're willing to do something about it, which will actually help you in the first few weeks stay sober, or straight, or whatever drug you're taking. It'll help. It's dark and it's miserable and it is frightening, but it's another little step that'll help you. And it's dark, frightening and irritating for the significant other of an addict too. So I'm not saying, oh, think about them. Don't. You've got to think about yourself too.
Everybody has to
why
think
you're
about
feeling
themselves.
this bad is because that's happening to not just them, but to you as well.
I see, yeah. So we only have one promise left.
Me too.
And then I don't know what the heck we're going to talk about.
Let's not say that. We've got to...
We've got 6 months of content.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do on
Does that
Thursday.
make you feel better?
I don't know what we're going to do on Thursday either, let's face it.
So this is a great time for you as watchers to weigh in.
People's choice.
Yeah, if there are things that you are wondering about, go ahead and send us some stuff and we'll see what we can do. I do have some ideas of what we're going to do, but this has been really nice and simple to just know that every day we've got things in place. And I want to address the new shirt.
Back to school shirt.
Mother is saying it's your best shirt.
Oh, thanks, Bonnie.
Brand new, just opened yesterday. Yeah, you know, you got to get back to school clothes. You have to have new clothes for school if you can. All right, I think that's probably good for today. We'll see you tomorrow to wrap up this 12 Promise series, and then we'll start something new on Thursday. Please do remember that these are obviously super shareable. You can go to Extraordinary on YouTube because that's where they all live. You can sign up for the weekly newsletter if you send me a message at dana@extraordinary.com, or send us a Facebook note, or just let us know that you would like to be better connected. And yeah, I think that's good.
That's it. We're good.
Tomorrow we'll talk about my first day of school. All right. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.